Hey Nate, I was just curious if you had just grabbed yourself a snack? The reason I ask is because I think you forgot to clean up all of the crumbs that you just left on the table.
Oh shoot, sorry about that, Chloe. You're right. I completely forgot to clean those up.
Yeah, well, could you please just try and be a little more careful next time? I mean, what if Anna had ended up eating some of what you'd left on there? You know that she has her egg allergy and that she shouldn't be having anything with it.
I know you're right. It was stupid of me and I should have been more careful. I'm sorry that I did that.
You say that, but I'm always having to remind you to clean up after yourself when you've eaten. And anyways, I've seen Anna pick up little bits of food that you've dropped before. Thankfully, I've been able to stop her before she's put it in her mouth. But I think it would be best if you just don't even bring food that she's allergic to inside the house.
Oh, come on. I'm sure that just a little bit wouldn't kill her. Besides, our little girl is already starting preschool. She's old enough to know what she can and can't eat.
Maybe when it comes to the difference between food and toys, but Anna has no way of understanding what allergens something might have. I mean, she can't even read, for crying out loud. I'm sure she just assumes that if it's in the house, it's safe to eat.
You know, it feels like ever since we learned about all of her allergies that I haven't been able to buy any of the snacks that I like anymore. The least you can do is let me get away with sneaking in little things when I can. I mean, you're the one always telling me that I can't eat the snack that we get special for Anna either.
And so what do you want me to say? That you should bring food that only you can eat and tease our poor daughter like that? Surely you can understand how upsetting that would be for her. That's why I think it's better to just not bring those kinds of snacks home at all. If you want to eat them outside of the house, then fine, but just please be careful when you come home.
Are you sure that you're not blowing this whole allergy thing way out of proportion right now? I mean, I don't really think it's good to not give her anything she could be allergic to.
And why do you think that? Were you listening to the doctor when they were explaining how bad things could get for Anna?
Okay, fine. I guess they did say that, but then what are you going to do? How are we supposed to live?
What do you mean, how are we supposed to live? We just need to be more careful until she's older.
But, I mean, you know that we can't control what Anna is going to run into out there in the real world, right? There's all kinds of things she's allergic to out there. So I think that you and I should be trying to train her better to know what she can and can't eat so that she can take care of herself even when we're not there to see what she's eating.
And you're saying that as a form of training, you want to keep bringing food that she's allergic to inside the house?
That's right. You see the point that I'm trying to make with all of this, right?
I see that this could get really dangerous really quickly for our daughter. So I am asking you again to please refrain from doing any of that, okay?
But, I mean, what happens if someone from her school packs a lunch and Anna asks for a bite? How is she supposed to know what she can and can't eat then? Do you know that we're not going to be able to be there for her forever, don't you?
Of course I understand that, and of course I want Anna to be able to take care of herself. But we are talking about a 4-year-old girl. We should not be trying to train her by leaving food that could be dangerous to her around the house. I think that there are better ways to go about doing that, but for now, is it really so much to ask that you don't bring that kind of food inside the home?
Surely I could just bring a little bit of it and put it on a really, really high shelf where she won't be able to reach it, right? Besides, who knows how allergies really work, especially when you're so young? I think it would be good to test her now and then to see if she even reacts to anything anymore.
I really don't think that we should be trying to run those kinds of experiments on a little girl. You even asked the doctor about trying something like this, and they said they thought it was a bad idea. I think that if we wanted to test Anna as she got older, then we should just keep bringing her to the doctor.
I think you're being way too sensitive about all of this. Do you not see how unreasonable you're being?
And just what part of saying that we should listen to the doctor's advice is unreasonable? I'm only saying that we shouldn't be trying to make these kinds of decisions ourselves.
So you don't think that I'm thinking about Anna when I'm suggesting all of this? Do you really think that this is the best way to go about doing this?
I think that the doctor told us that Anna is very, very allergic to certain foods. And I think that we were told to be extra cautious. Do you really want to put your own daughter's health at risk just to test what the doctor said?
No, of course not. I would never want to put Anna in danger like that.
Look, Nate, I understand that you want what's best for our daughter, and that you don't want her growing up sheltered. I want that for her too. But I think that rather than fight about what's best, we should just follow what the doctor said until Anna is old enough to understand better for herself.
Well, I guess that you might be onto something there.
I think I am too. Thank you very much. So, look, I know that things seem a little tough now, but it won't always be this way. We just have to be on our guard for a little longer until Anna is old enough to take care of her own food.
Right. Yeah. I guess that might be what's best for Anna after all, right?
I think so too, but I get where you're coming from too. So maybe we could try going to the doctor and asking for their advice again?
No, you're right. I think that I was just really missing out on the bigger picture here. Your way is much better, and I think that we should go with your idea.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot. So, anyways, just please be more careful about leaving your food out.
Yeah, of course. If you're saying that it's good for our daughter, then I've got no problem with that.
Thank you so much for being so understanding with all of this, Nate.
Hey, Chloe. I was just curious if you were still upset about yesterday. Because I thought we already talked about it, so I don't get why you're acting like this.
I'm not at all, actually.
Yes, you are, though. I noticed it this morning. You didn't say anything, but I could read it all through your body language.
Actually, that was because your mom was texting me again this morning, and it was starting to bug me just a bit. I wish that she would get off my back for a little bit and let me live my life.
My mom was texting you. What kinds of things was she saying?
Well, I think you might now, since she mentioned saying some of this to you, but she told me that she thinks we should get Anna tested for allergies again. She seems to think that the doctors got it wrong and that it's a matter of teaching Anna's body how to handle those ingredients. But she doesn't seem to understand that allergies are real things that people are born with. And I suppose you have trouble wrapping your head around that at times too.
Hey now, I get where you're coming from. But I really don't think there's any need to get so upset about all of this.
Of course there's a good reason to be upset about all of this. You're making it sound like I'm being a bad mother to your mom. All I'm trying to do is follow the doctor's orders and make sure that Anna isn't eating anything that she shouldn't be. And now your mom is talking like I'm some kind of tyrant.
I think that you just need to step back and calm down a little there, Chloe. After all, you don't want Anna to pick up on your anger when you get like this. You know that children can be extra sensitive to these kinds of things.
You're right. I didn't mean to get so upset this morning. I guess I was just working with a bit of a short fuse. I'm sorry. I really wasn't trying to be rude at all this morning. I promise.
Maybe it's just that my mom still doesn't quite get it. I mean, I needed you to really explain it to me the other day, remember?
I suppose so. But still, your mom didn't have to talk about me that way. That really hurt to get those texts.
I'm really sorry that my mom was talking to you like that, but I just wonder how it is that our daughter ended up with these serious allergies in the first place.
I don't know. Even the doctor said that they don't fully understand why people are born with certain allergies for things. I think there's a lot of different theories about why it happens, but that nobody has been able to narrow it down to a single cause.
Well, I wish those damn scientists would get off their butts and figure this out for us all. I mean, I'm sure it sucks to actually have the allergies, but it creates problems when you're the parents of someone with allergies as well.
I know. We never asked for any of this, but the fact of the matter is, this is the way our daughter was born.
I guess so, but this isn't how I picture being a dad, you know?
I know what you mean, Nate, but it's like you said, if it's trouble for us, then we can't even imagine how it is for Anna. I'm sure that she already really struggles with not being able to eat the same things as her classmates. But I don't think that we should be letting your mom think that I'm just enabling Anna's pickiness or anything like that.
You're right about that. But I think that you need to realize that my mom was just trying to help us out. I know that it seems mean, but I think she was just trying to give you advice. After all, she's been around for a while and just wants to help.
And I really do appreciate her wanting to share her valuable experience with us. But at the same time, I think your mom needs to realize that children aren't raised in the same way as when she was doing it. So while she has plenty of useful things to offer, there are also some things that have changed since back then.
Okay, sure, but that doesn't mean that you can just throw out or ignore all the advice my mom has for us. I mean, it's not like they didn't have doctors back then either. I don't really think you're in a place to tell my mom what has or hasn't changed in terms of child rearing either, since you're no doctor yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've got me there. I'm not a doctor and I don't have the data in front of me.
Besides, there's not just one way to raise a child, you know? I think that maybe you're the one who needs to try thinking with a bit more flexibility.
You might be right about that. I guess I have been a little bit overprotective, maybe. But it's just that I get so nervous for Anna and even scared that I'll end up hurting her, so that's why I don't want to take any unnecessary risks.
I see. So I guess that means that I'm just supposed to sit here and let you do whatever you like?
Hey, Nate, I was just curious if you were still at the office? If you're on your way home, would you mind stopping by the store and getting something for me?
Yeah, sure. I can do some grocery shopping before coming home. What kinds of things do you need?
Well, you know those special cookies that we get for Anna? The ones with no gluten and no egg? I think we need more of those.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can grab that. That shouldn't be too hard.
Thanks for doing that. I wouldn't normally ask you to do this, but she has a field trip tomorrow and I want to pack her some snacks. I'm just glad that I noticed we were running low on those cookies. And there weren't any at the store closest to home, so I thought that I'd ask you.
Oh, Anna's going to have a field trip tomorrow? Actually, now that you say that, she's been pretty excited about this one for a while, right?
Yeah, I think she's really looking forward to going on this with all of her friends. Especially since everyone is supposed to be packing their own lunches for this one. I think Anna's happy because it means that she won't be the only one not eating the school lunches. It'll help her feel like she sticks out a little less.
Yeah, I guess that must be pretty hard on a kid to already have something about yourself that makes you stand out like that, huh?
I know, but I think that she'll understand and accept that in a few years. And in the meantime, I'm going to have to think of what else I could send her to school with for lunch.
Got it. And does that mean that we're still leaving the house at the usual time, or does the field trip change that?
I think we need to be out of the house about 40 minutes earlier than usual. So I guess I'll get up early to make her lunch, but if I can be honest, I feel like I've just not been getting enough sleep lately.
Oh, really? Well, if that's the case, how about I pack her lunch for her?
Wait, what? Really? Oh. Where is this coming from? You've never once offered to pack Anna's lunch.
Well, don't you think it's high time that I finally do? And she's my daughter too, you know. I should do something to help take care of her. So if you don't mind, I would love to help by packing your lunch. I'll even make your breakfast so that you don't even have to step in the kitchen tomorrow morning.
You would really do that for me, Nate? Oh, that's so sweet of you. I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Just leave it all to me. Surely I should be able to handle packing a lunch for a little kid.
It really isn't as hard as it looks, you know, but okay, if you're really offering this, then I'll just make sure Anna's ready to leave on time.
Perfect. This is going to go great. Just leave it all to me, okay?
And should I tell Anna that you're going to be doing this for her too?
Yeah, of course. Tell her that Daddy is making her a special lunch that I hope she'll enjoy.
Aw. Well, I did just tell her that, and you should have seen how her face lit up. She's very excited for it. I wish you could be here to see this. She got up and is dancing now because she's so happy.
Wow. You mean that Anna's really that happy that I'll be making her lunch for her?
Well, it is the first time that you've ever done something like this, so I guess she's pretty excited.
Then I guess I better not let my little girl down. You leave all the good to me and just catch up on sleep tomorrow. Anyways, I'm going to stop by the store and get the things that I'll need for her lunch. I'll be home soon.
Thank you so much for this, Nate. It really means a lot. Get home safe. Hey, what did you pack Anna for lunch? Did you really put things that you knew she would be allergic to inside her lunchbox? Because there is no way that this could have just been a mistake, if you ask me.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Why are you asking about what I packed Anna for lunch? Did she eat something she wasn't supposed to?
She couldn't even finish half of her lunch. Her teacher noticed what she was eating and stopped her. And when she was told that she wouldn't be able to eat the rest of her lunch, Anna cried. Why would you do this to her, Nate? I really just don't get it. You know what she's allergic to. Did you really pack her something you knew that she wouldn't be able to eat? Why would you do that?
I only wanted to see if she were still allergic or not. Mom said that the only way to fix an allergy is by introducing the allergen to the system over time. Besides, you're the one who was taking this whole thing way too far. You wouldn't even let me bring my own snacks into the house.
Are you seriously trying to kill our daughter? Is that what you were trying to do? When are you finally going to understand that that's not how allergies work? You could have really hurt Anna.
It was just a little bit. I just wanted her to try some things and see if she reacted is all. It's not like you haven't thought about doing the same thing. Do you know that if you're too scared to ever test if Anna's okay, then we'll never know, right?
I am not too scared of anything. And that doesn't mean that I'm just going to endanger our daughter like this.
You're blowing this whole thing way out of proportion. It's just an allergy. All that happens is that Anna gets a little bit itchy. But if we kept more of her allergens in her system, then her body would just adjust and she would just be fine. If you keep trying to protect her, then she'll never get better.
Do you really think that's how you should handle someone who has allergies? Anna had to be taken away from her field trip in an ambulance. Did you know that?
Wait, what? What do you mean? That's not really true, is it?
Of course it is. And if her teacher hadn't stopped her from eating when she did, well then who knows what could have happened to Anna? But her throat was so engorged that she could hardly even breathe by the time the paramedics did show up.
But, I had no idea about any of this. Is Anna okay? How's she doing?
She's still recovering in the hospital, if you must know. Do you even realize the risk you took with her life doing this? I can't believe that you'd betray not only Anna, but me like this.
No, you have to understand this isn't what was supposed to happen at all. I was only trying to follow Mom's advice about all of this.
Is that really the best excuse you have for yourself? Why would you even listen to such idiotic advice, huh? You should have been listening to what the doctors told us. Do you really think that your mom knows more about how to deal with allergies than the specialists? Your mom doesn't know what she's talking about at all.
But my mom is full of life experience. I just thought that you were being a little too sensitive in regards to all of this. And I thought that my mom might have known what she was talking about.
You really are an idiot. Do you know that, Nate? I don't even know what else to call you but that. You took your mom's advice and now our daughter is in the hospital. Don't even try to defend what you did. I tried to explain to you over and over about how cautious we should be with Anna's allergies, and you didn't listen to a word that I told you.
But I was only doing all of this for her sake. Surely you can at least see that, right? I didn't know that this was going to happen.
This should never have happened in the first place. You told me that you understood about Anna's allergies and wouldn't try to do these sorts of things ever again. But instead you had to go fully in the other direction and could have poisoned her. I told you that we should just listen to what the doctors told us, but you chose to listen to your mom instead. Well, I hope you know that you are not getting away with this. I am going to take care of Anna now. but you and I are through.
Wait, through? What do you mean? You don't mean that you're gonna leave me over this, right? Hello, Chloe? Please, you have to know that I never wanted any of this to happen. Are you even reading these messages anymore? Chloe? Please answer me. I'm trying to apologize here. It was all an accident. You have to believe me.
After that, I went back to attend to Anna. After a few days, the doctors finally cleared her to be released from the hospital. While we were both there, Nate's parents came to the hospital to apologize and check on their granddaughter. Nate tagged along with them as well. They all had tears in their eyes, but I wasn't about to buy even 1 second of their little performance. I told Nate in front of his parents that nothing was going to change my mind and that I would be seeking a divorce from him. After they left, I was able to check Anna out of the hospital and take her back home with me. I had asked Nate to pack up his things and go stay with his parents. After the divorce, I was given full custody of Anna while Nate was made to pay child support until she turned 18. Even if Nate now actually understood what he did wrong and the consequences of his actions, I was not in any mood to try and patch things up with him. He lied to me, and he lied to Anna, and he could have seriously hurt or even killed her. Of course, if Anna says she wants to see her dad when she's older, then that's a conversation we'll have in the future. But for now, I am going to make sure that she actually survives to be old enough to make that decision on her own. And I can only hope that by then, Nate and his mother are much more responsible and empathetic people. But until then, I'm going to focus on making sure that my daughter has the childhood that she deserves, and that she is well taken care of as she grows up. After all of this happened, it was very difficult to explain to Anna why her dad was no longer living with us. But I think it is something that she'll just have to grapple with when she gets older. I felt so horrible because she was looking forward to her father's lunch so much. I'm doing my best to do what I need to in order to take care of Anna, but I suppose that I won't know if I made the right choices until much farther in the future. It's one of the scarier parts of parenting, but if leaning towards the protective means keeping my daughter alive, then I think the choice is an obvious one.
Kennedy, good work today. I only just heard the news. But is it true that your plan was accepted at the most recent meeting? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but I want to confirm it's true.
That's right. I'll be in charge of the project from here on out as well.
Congratulations. That is so amazing to hear.
This is my first time ever being in charge of such a large project. Seems that all of my hard work is finally beginning to pay off, and the higher-ups are noticing me.
You've been putting in a lot of work this past year as well, right?
I plan to make you a part of the team on this project, so please do your best for me. I want to see you put in every bit of effort you've shown me you can do.
What, are you serious? Thank you so much. But is having me on your team really okay with you? I only joined the company a year or so ago, so I'm not sure it's fair to someone as new as me to be working on a project such as that.
But you're getting to the point now where you've shown promise and should be allowed to work on larger projects. If you want to have the most experience possible, you have to have worked on all sorts of projects in this company.
Thank you so much for mentioning that. I'll put in every effort that I can to make sure this project is a success.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. And as long as you listen to all of my direction, there is no way you'd ever fail me. So please relax and do exactly as I instruct you to.
And with you as my leader, I won't ever have to be worried. You are so young, and yet you have already had a plan of yours accepted and are in charge of a massive project now. Amazing.
You don't have to keep praising me. I still have a long way to go still before I can be as amazing as some of our higher-ups. But I do enjoy working a lot.
I like to think you are far more amazing than you think. Not only can you get your job done perfectly every time, but you are also one of the most beautiful women in the office. No matter how busy things are at work, you are always looking good and have all your makeup and everything in order. As both my former trainer and as a woman, I really look up to you.
Wow, you are so great at complimenting me, Ashlyn. But you have a very good point. Out of everyone in our department, I am the hardest worker and look the best while doing so.
I know. That's what I've always been thinking.
In the past, I was getting all kinds of really good looks from the men in this office. It was kind of a tough time for me then, always having to dodge all their comments about my looks.
All of the men? That's incredible.
But I'm not the type of woman who likes to have any workplace romances. Not only is it a pain in the butt to have to work in the same place as your partner, but you also begin to focus more on them and not at the work at hand, right? And I've always been the type of woman where if I have time to go out with someone, I'd rather use it to work.
Fell in love with someone in the office, I'd probably end up having to quit because I wouldn't get any work done. You really are so stoic.
If you want to become a woman like me who gets all their work done perfectly, you have to become self-disciplined.
Is there anything else I should be doing to become as amazing as you?
Just continue to do what people like me do. I think in your case, all you have to do is follow in my footsteps, and you'll become just as good as I am when it comes to work. I think you still have quite a bit of time and room left to grow into the powerful woman I've become.
Understood. From now on, I'll be paying even closer attention to you and making sure I jot everything down.
I love the fact that you are such a good listener. You make me want to keep taking great care of you.
Thank you for saying that. I really want to make sure I can end up like you, so that I too can get all my work done properly the first time and can be relied on like by this company.
Okay, then I'll make sure to put you to work. Now, when the time comes that you have to join my team, please bring your A game.
Okay, and please take great care of me as I continue to follow in your footsteps.
Ashlyn, have you heard the news? William is having to take some time off now.
His wife just had their baby and everything, right?
But his wife is already on maternity leave, right? Is there really any reason for Williams to be taking time off himself to be home when she's already there with the baby?
I'm sure she's just worried about his wife and how she's going to be doing. She did just have a baby after all, and that is a labor-intensive job within itself. And from how Williams has always talked about his wife, he seems like he's a very caring and loving husband.
I do find it great that he wants to take care of his wife and all, but he should also be thinking about the responsibility he has towards us. With him not around the office right now, you and I are going to have to pick up the slack for him. And right now is the start of our busiest time of the year.
I suppose we will have to pick up the slack for him now that he's out of the office.
I've noticed that all of the people here that have children take a lot of time off, right? They have to take days off when their kid is sick or when their kid has a sports event or school event to go to. They take a day off. And each and every time those employees take time off, the rest of us have to pay for it. But in this day and age, we can't complain about it or else we'll be canceled or whatever the kids call it.
But don't you have a kid as well, Kennedy? At least that's what you told me before. Yet I've never seen you taking any days off or anything for them. What do you normally do with your kid when they're sick or have to go to some kind of an event?
Well, I just make sure my kid doesn't ever get sick or have to have me take them anywhere. That's why I never have to take any time off. I've made sure that in order to not cause anyone within the company any trouble, to not let things like my kid get in the way. My husband is also away for a long time on business, so it's really only me who's home to take care of them if anything goes wrong. But that's why I make sure that nothing ever goes wrong with them.
I never knew your husband was not living together with you, Kennedy. But wow, you're like a single mother then, right? If your kid was in middle school or high school, I could understand not having to worry so much about them when it's just you. But your kid is still in elementary school, right?
Only in 4th grade, actually.
So they still require a lot of your attention and help, right? You have to still make food for them when they are home from school.
That's true. There are plenty of things I still have to do for them when I'm at home. But I can't just leave my child to handle everything themselves, so I'm doing what I can to make sure they stay alive. I make sure that they get their breakfast in the morning and dinner in the evening. And from time to time, I'll have a look at their homework and make sure they're learning everything okay.
And on your days off from work, you take them to the amusement park.
That's right. Whenever we have time off, I like to make sure we have a lot of fun together.
You have always been so busy with work, Kennedy. Yet you are still making so much time to be home taking care of your kid all by yourself. Is there anyone else in this company as amazing as you? I think you're the only person I know here that has to balance both a lot of responsibilities at work and a lot of responsibilities back at home.
I like to think that anyone who isn't able to handle both their job and their children at the same time are failures to society. They're the kind of people who will never achieve anything in life and most definitely will be causing trouble for others.
I am still single and have not found myself a man, but in the future, I don't think I'd ever be able to manage all the work that you have to do as a mother. You are such an amazing person. I bet your child is very happy to be yours. I know I would have been happy to have a mother like you.
But as kids, they have no choice in who their parents will be. There are plenty of parents who use having kids as a way to slack off at work. And there are plenty of people who use work as a way of slacking off at home. I really hate to think about those that can't do both at the same time and succeed.
Understood. Every time that I go home from work, there's this park I pass by. And in that park, there's always this lonely-looking little girl playing by herself. I always wonder if her parents are ever worried about her. Something tells me her parents never really care about her at all. Telling by how sad she always looks.
You're saying that you see a girl playing all by herself in the park on your way home from work? When it's dark out? That's so sad.
I always just take a quick glance at her, but every time I do, she always looks worried and upset, which just got me a little worried myself for her.
I'm sure whoever that girl's parents are, they had her without being ready to become parents just yet. I would be so ashamed of myself if I were her parent.
Good job at work today, Kennedy. I've just finished my last phone call with one of the customers, so I'll be heading out now.
Good work today, Ashlyn. I'm going to stick around the office a little longer to finish up some paperwork.
Recently, you've been having to stay really late to finish everything up. Are you ever going to sleep?
I just really want to get all my tasks done on time. And since this is my first time being in charge of a project of this size, I do not want to fail.
I'm sure that's a good reason to stay and work all the time. I'm sorry for heading out of the office so soon.
You don't have to be sorry about that. I'm the one in charge of everything after all, so I should always be the last one out. But I have to say, like today, you've been staying later and later in the office, right? Well, please take some time tonight to really relax before you go to sleep. Well, I say that, but it's already 9 p.m., so there's not much time left before you go to bed.
Then I'll take your word on that and relax a little. But is it really okay for you to be staying at the office this late? You have a little kid at home still.
Well, today my husband should have come home from his job, so as long as he's at home now, everything's perfectly fine.
Your husband came home today? That must take a massive load off your back now, right?
Well, my husband never really bothers with things like chores or cooking, so it's not that much of a load being taken off my back. But at least having him home again does make me feel better. I would never be comfortable leaving my kid at home alone all night by themselves.
That's very true. I don't think anyone should be comfortable doing something like that. Well, we'll see you again tomorrow. And hopefully you'll be feeling just as recharged as I am tomorrow.
You don't have to be all that worried about me. But thank you for saying that. Let's you and I keep working at this project with all our energy, and soon it'll be finally completed. Hey, where have you run off to? You frickin' brat. I told you not to move from the front of the house. Hurry up and get back here so that you can finish your chores. If you are not back here in 5 minutes, then I'm not feeding you anymore. This house does not have any food in it for the lazy.
Who do you think you are saying something like that to a little girl? Kennedy, you are a lot worse than I thought. A lot worse. So it was you who had a kid before you were ready to be a parent then?
Huh? Who is this?
This is Ashlyn.
What? Ashlyn? Are you serious?
I am very serious. I'm happy to hear that you finished your work for today.
Huh? Why would you be replying to me on my daughter's phone right now? I am texting my daughter's phone right now, correct?
I am with your daughter right now, Kennedy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What is going on here, Ashlyn? Explain all of this to me right now.
I talked with you about all of this before, right? About how every time I'd be walking home from work at night, I'd pass by a park that has a little girl playing in it. And it just so happens that the sad little girl I always have been seeing is your daughter. She was crying her eyes out today. So I went up to her to see what was wrong. And that's when I started to find out the truth.
Huh? There can't be coincidences like that, can there?
I'm just as shocked as you are right now. I guess this world is a lot smaller than we both thought. But now I understand why this little girl has been so sad and was crying today. Because you act like a freaking monster with her. I was starting to think you had the wrong number at first and weren't meant to be texting this little girl. But in her phone, your contact says Mom. So this was no mistake.
No, wait. Oh, this is a huge mistake, Ashlyn.
Tell me then, what mistake has been made that I'm not aware of? Just a second ago, you were calling her a freaking brat, right? And then you went on to say you weren't going to feed her anymore. That was scary for even me to have to read.
You have it all wrong. This is a bit embarrassing for me to have to talk about, but my daughter likes to run away from home all the time. So the reason she ran all the way to that park was because of that. She always leaves the house when I'm not looking, and so she always gets me so worked up and worried about her.
Well, what your daughter has told me is the reason she ran away is because you were trying to force her to do more chores. And normally, you're never even bothering with taking care of your own daughter. You leave her to fend for herself all the time, even though she's only in 4th grade.
That kid is lying to you then. She's at that age now where she's trying to act all rebellious. I would never let a little girl at her age fend for herself and leave my house at this time of night, right?
And tell me what all these bruises on her body are from. Have you been physically abusing her as well? Some of these bruises are very bad and look like they may need to be put ice on them. I've made sure to tell the police as well, so that she doesn't have to live through whatever nightmare you've been putting her through anymore.
Huh? You called the police? Hold on. Why would you call the police without actually talking with me first? I had no clue she was covered in bad bruises. I'm sure while she was on her way to that park, she fell down somewhere and hurt herself really badly. Kids her age are always getting really banged up.
These are not the kind of bruises that one would be getting from falling.
Do I really look like the kind of mother that would raise a hand to their own daughter? This is me we're talking about, Ashlyn.
I know. This doesn't seem like the same kind of Kennedy I've always liked and praised. But After seeing the text you were just sending to your daughter, I don't think I can call you a great parent at all. I think the police will be getting in touch with your husband now as well.
My husband?
You lied to me today about your husband having come home from work. And this whole thing about you being able to handle both your job and raising a kid was all one massive lie you told everyone in the office. I know for a fact that there are still plenty of other lies that have not been exposed yet as well from you. I had so much respect for a woman like you before Kennedy, but now all that respect has vanished.
Do not start playing games with me, Ashlyn. Give me back my daughter right now.
I'm going to have the police take custody of her first. If you want to get your daughter back, then you will have to convince the police that you are a good enough parent for her. I'm sure that the police will want to know everything about you first.
Why do I have to bother with the police right now in order to get my daughter back? I haven't been doing anything wrong.
But when your husband becomes aware of all this, I wonder what he'll have to say. If I were him, I wouldn't let you have your daughter back ever again.
You remember this one, Ashlyn? If you continue fighting against me like this, I am never going to give you any respectable work in the office ever again.
And that's totally fine with me. You're not my boss or anything, and the only reason that I ever wanted to work with you is because you trained me. I can see you didn't come into work after all. There was a very important meeting which should have involved you though. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I had to step in and take your place.
Right now, I'm not in any condition to be working. I am most likely going to be divorced soon, so I have a lot on my plate here. That guy is taking me to court now even and making way too big a deal out of this. And this is all because of you.
So your husband had actually come home this time? Thank goodness for that. That should mean your daughter is in safe hands now, right?
Nothing about him being home now is good. It's because you went and called the police about this that everything has gone downhill. All my daughter was doing was sitting at the park. Yet you went and made what was supposed to be a family's private matter into the police's business now.
But what would have happened if you took things one step too far with your daughter? How would you have been able to take responsibility for something like that?
I tell that girl that all she has to do is hang around the house every time. Yet she always runs away from the house in the yard and goes to that park. I shouldn't have to take responsibility for any of that, right? She was the one that didn't listen to a word I said.
Really funny. Where you first screwed up was asking your daughter to go outside and stay in front of the house at that time of night.
I want to know what happened at today's meeting. There's no way they would have continued that meeting with you taking my place.
You want to hear about the meeting? If that's what's concerning you, just know that it went well and that I did a great job.
There's no way that can be true. Without me there's no point to having a meeting because I'm the only one that knows what's going on.
Sorry to break it to you, but that's just not true. That meeting went way more smoothly than any of us thought. Also, I made sure to bring up what happened yesterday to our boss, and he says that you can take some more time off work now. I made sure to tell even the higher-ups that you are very busy right now with your personal things, and so you've been given permission to stay home. Actually, they are all asking that you stay away from work for a while, now as you finish up your business with your family.
What all did you tell them about yesterday? How much of what happened yesterday did you tell everyone at work?
I told them about how you went and left your kid to fend for herself, and then I explained to them that your husband found out about it and had to come all the way home. I also made sure to tell them about how I had to call the police because of it.
What the hell are you trying to do to me? Why are you going around telling other people about my private life like that?
I was asked about what happened to you by our boss. You didn't even call in today to tell anyone that you wouldn't be coming in. And today was a day of one of the most important meetings to your team and this company. So I had to explain everything I could to them about you. Everyone knows that I'm the closest employee to you. So I was asked by 5 different people about what happened.
I don't care if they're all asking you about me. You should not speak about my family's private business. Come on.
But that is something that will be coming up later, I'm sure. Everyone in the office was talking about you and needed to know what happened that would cause this department's most accomplished employee to not show up to work. And I'll have you know that within one day, the view everyone had of you changed completely.
Do all of our other coworkers know about this as well?
It seems that our boss made a formal email about which he sent to everyone.
You did all of that in order to make me fail and take my place, didn't you? You are stealing my position from me now, right?
The only person I told about this was our boss. They went and talked with someone else about you, and then things spread like a wildfire here. That's what happens when the person everyone thought they knew turned out to be much, much worse. I don't think there is one person in this office building, in this company, that doesn't know about what happened.
Why did you do this to me? I have been working my butt off for so long to make sure I looked perfect in the eyes of the company. I won't even be able to go into that office anymore now.
You wanted to look perfect? Well, don't worry about any of that now, because it seems that most people could see right through the mask you always put on, and that most of the employees here do not like you at all. They haven't liked you at all for a long time now.
What are you talking about right now, Ashlyn? There is no way everyone has been hating me for a while now.
But from the way everyone was already talking about you, that was the vibe I got. Many of them were saying they knew you were trouble. but they didn't think you could get any worse. And others said they never expected you to be a child abuser, but at the same time got that feeling from you. Not a single person has doubted what's been said about you today, which means most of them knew this was a possibility from you.
Why? Why is everyone acting like that about me now? Why is everyone accepting me as some kind of a monster?
A lot of people thought something was up with you since you always wanted to be the last person in the office after hours. They all knew you had a daughter at home as well, and that your husband was away from home for some time now. So how come you would stay so late while having a daughter who was still very young? Also, when it came to the way you spoke, you always made yourself look like the most amazing person ever. Whether that came to your life at work, outside work, at home with your child, you have always sat on that high horse of yours, talking like you were the best at everything. And a lot of people here could tell many of the things you brag about had to be lies.
What is all of this crap you keep talking about, Ashlyn? Has everyone been jealous of me because I'm a woman that can actually get her job done right?
No, because most of the people in our department don't really think you do that great of a job here. I'm still relatively new here, so I had no clue who was doing their work right or wrong. And considering you had been training me, I thought you had it all under control. But from what everyone else has been telling me, after not even a year of working with you, they noticed you weren't all that you cracked up to be.
You have to be joking right now. As you all know, I was made head of the team managing this major project for the company.
But from what I was told, while making up the plans for this project, you got a lot more help from others than you did yourself. Yet when the time for that presentation came, you made it sound as though you were the only one who made all of that plan up, and that nobody else could get any credit for it, right? All of those that helped you make those plans, they were pissed when you never gave them any credit.
You're wrong. I am one of the most important people to the company, and that's why I'm respected as such.
No, you're not. You're barely even worth keeping on the company's payroll now. And I know that based off of the way everyone, even our higher-ups, are talking about you.
You had always been yearning to become someone as amazing as me, right? You even told me multiple times that you really respected me. However, now you're going to change sides and stick with all those other people?
And as I said before, I can no longer respect the monster you are. Not only are you a failure as a parent, but you are also a failure as an employee as well. I'm sure you once were an all-right woman who had garnered some respect from people, but now all you are is an evil woman who has no interest in anyone else but herself. After that day, the position that Kennedy had been so happy to get and would brag about for days at a time became mine as I took over that large project. I hate to think of it as though I was stealing her job in her life, but she was in no position to be coming back into work anytime soon. She had to deal with the police and the court regarding abusing her child, and with the divorce she now faced from her husband, which left her very busy at home. In the end, it sounds like she did end up getting divorced, with her husband being given full custody of their daughter, leaving Kennedy having to pay child support for a very long time. She was also forced to pay a settlement to her husband for the damage she caused to their daughter. And it turned out after a hospital visit with the police that her daughter had suffered a concussion and 3 broken ribs because of her. This would lead to a second court hearing, where charges would be brought against Kennedy for child abuse and neglect. She was found guilty on all charges and would have to serve 5 years in prison, which to me does not sound at all like enough. This would all then cause her to lose relationships to all her friends and family, as well as lose her job working at our company. Of course, there was no avoiding any of this for her, as she had already sealed her fate by even thinking it was a good idea to leave her daughter at home all alone like that every day. Kennedy now sits in a prison cell, having to listen to all the other inmates cuss her out for being a horrible person by doing what she did to her own daughter, and even getting beat up sometimes to get a taste of her own medicine. A year after being imprisoned and losing almost everything, Kennedy started to become really sick, either due to her depression that she developed or her lack of an appetite. She would not get any better, as a slight fever she developed soon became very serious, and she was sent off to the local hospital to be treated. I'm not sure what's happened with her since being hospitalized, but hopefully she gets better soon so that she can get right back to that prison cell where she belongs. As for myself and what's happened with me since that whole mess, I've continued working at the same company. I have been promoted twice within a year now, and I'm doing very well for myself indeed. Everyone in the office always compliments me on my work ethics, and always questions how I became so good at my job after being trained by someone like Kennedy. It's really nice to hear everyone talk about me so often, but I'm never going to let it get the best of me and turn me into someone as self-centered as Kennedy was. And all I really care about now, besides my life at work, is how that girl is doing after being taken away from Kennedy and moving in with her dad. I hope she's healed up really well and is able to smile without any worry in her heart again.
Hey, Paula, are you on your way home yet? I mean, you do know that it's already 11, right?
I know what the time is. Thank you very much, Cameron. What about it? Do you have a problem with me being out?
Well, I wouldn't really call it a problem so much as I'm just worried about you. I mean, I just want to know what time you're going to be coming home. Is that really so bad?
Cameron, just how old do you think I am, huh? I'm not some little kid. I'll have you know that I'm an adult who has kids of her own.
Of course, I know that, Paula. I'm not trying to control you or anything, but I just get worried when you stay out so late without saying anything.
Well, then how about you just stop worrying about me, huh? Because I'm doing just fine.
Can't you at least tell me what it is that you're up to? I just feel like you've been going out every single night for the whole week.
And so now wives aren't even allowed to leave their homes anymore? What decade do you think that we're living in, huh?
That's not what I'm saying at all, Paula, but I'm just saying that I have no idea when you're going to be coming back home. Not only that, but you're always leaving the house a complete mess when you do go out.
And just why is it that a wife like me isn't allowed even a few nights off, huh? Do I have to slave around the house every single day of the year for you to be happy? Besides, it's not like you're not capable of taking care of the house by yourself, so if you're really so bothered by it, you can do the chores.
But Paula, I'm already doing all that I can to keep the house clean.
Well, I think it's time that you step up now. After all, our son is already in middle school, so it's not like you need to be worried about looking after him.
I really don't think that there's anything wrong with taking a break now and then, but I just kind of feel like you're not doing enough around the house at all. I mean, when was the last time you even cooked dinner for the family?
I am telling you that if my behavior bothers you that much, then you can go and do the cooking yourself.
Do you know how many times I've come home just to see James cooking dinner for himself? The end of the year is coming up soon, and he should be focusing on studying for his final exams.
You have no idea what you're talking about. That kid is going to be just fine. But if you really feel so bad for him, then you should be waking up early to make his breakfast and coming home early to cook his dinner.
If you really want me to do those things, then I will. But I just wish you'd stop going out so much. I'm already doing all that I can with my schedule and other obligations. I'm always grateful for all that you do for us and around the house, but couldn't you at least just cook dinner for James? I promise to come home early and do it when I can, but I think that we should be trying to give our kid more time to study.
Oh, please, cooking dinner doesn't even take that much effort, you know. You can just order something to your house and just heat up a frozen meal. I really don't see why you need me to do that when that's something you're more than capable of doing for yourself. If you're really so overstretched, then maybe we should hire a maid.
Paula, what has gotten into you? Did I do something to upset you? Because if I did, I would just rather you tell me what it is that I did than treat me like this.
You know, you're not that far off, but what's really got me upset is that I am just sick and tired of being in an environment where I'm expected to take care of house all my life. I mean, there are plenty of wives out there who realize that they're not cut out for working or taking care of home, you know.
I see. Well then, okay, I can take over doing the chores for you for now. And I am sorry that you've been feeling so dissatisfied with our home life.
Are we done here, or are there still more things you want to ask me on my night out?
Yes, we're done. I don't have anything more to say, except that I'm sorry for overloading you with chores. I promise that I'll try and do more around the house and give you more time to yourself.
Now that's more like it, and I better not catch you trying to make our poor son do the work that you should be doing for him. Like you said, he should be focusing on his studies. We need to make sure he gets through high school and then goes on to a good college. He's going to be our precious little heir.
I agree that James is our precious son, but I wouldn't really consider him an heir. I mean, what is it exactly that he's even going to inherit from us?
I really don't have time to talk about this with you, Cameron. Just texting you like this is wearing me down. I'm out with friends right now, so we'll talk later.
Well, do you at least know about what time you're going to be coming home tonight?
No, I don't. In fact, I might not even get back home until morning.
Sure thing. Just be safe, okay? I know that James gets worried when you come home late, too. And please try not to drink too much either.
Cameron, are you there? I think you and I need to have a little talk.
Oh, hey, Paula, sure, what's on your mind?
I think the time has finally come. I just can't put this off any longer. I think that we should get a divorce.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Please tell me that this is some kind of something.
No, I'm afraid that I am very serious about this. When I come back home, I'll bring the divorce papers with me, and I'd like you to sign them.
But, I mean, just how long have you been wanting to do this then? For a while?
Yes, it's been a while since I first thought to ask you about this.
But then, is this why you haven't been at home much recently?
Oh, you mean you noticed that I was avoiding coming home? Honestly, I was hoping that you would be the one to ask me for a divorce. But I guess I underestimated just how patient you can be. And I realized that I would be waiting forever for something that wasn't going to come. And I suppose that I just finally accepted that if I didn't ask you, that this was never going to happen.
But I still don't understand. What is making you want to do this? Did I do something wrong? Please, we don't have to do this. I'm sure that we can work this out, right? I mean, what about James? You don't think that he wants to see us broken up, do you?
Are you kidding me right now? Why would you bring that up? Ugh, you really are something else. Are you saying that I just live with these feelings but ignore the damage they're doing to my mental health?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that you and I have been through a lot, and well, surely we can try to work something out before we just go straight to getting divorced. I just still don't even know what I've done to make you feel this way about being married to me.
Cameron, I am going to be completely honest with you right now, okay? The truth is that I just don't like you anymore. You didn't do anything wrong, though. The plain and simple fact of the matter is that I don't love you and I don't want to live with you anymore. That's all that's going on.
I see. I guess I just never knew that you felt this way about living with me. But it sounds to me like you've made your mind up and there's nothing I can do to change it.
That's right. I've come to the decision on my own and nothing is going to change it. So please just let us get divorced.
And you're sure that you don't just want to spend some time apart? I mean, we don't have to do something as final as a divorce.
Cameron, I just told you that I've been thinking about this for a long time. Do you not think that I considered that already? It's not like I just started feeling this way and am reacting.
I know, but I can't lose you. Are you really sure this is what you want?
Yes, this is what I want more than anything right now.
Well, okay, I can understand that. But we just can't get a divorce yet.
What do you mean? What's stopping us from signing the papers and ending our marriage?
Because our marriage isn't just about us anymore. We have a son to think about as well.
Oh, well, obviously James would be coming to live with me after the divorce. I already decided that I would be the one to take him.
Wait, what? I don't think that you can just decide that without talking to me. I mean, if he was a little kid, then sure, that might make more sense, but he's already a teenager. Don't you think we should ask James what he would like to do?
What are you talking about? Of course we're not going to ask him. He's going to come with me, and that's that. I've already decided on this.
What do you mean you've decided on it? You can't just make a decision? Are you trying to tell me that you've talked to James about this already?
Look, Cameron, you just don't have a right to have any say in this, okay? After all, James isn't even your child to begin with.
Excuse me? What do you mean James isn't my child?
I mean exactly what I said. Obviously, he's mine since I gave birth to him, but James's real father is someone I had a fling with many years ago.
No. This can't be right. I don't believe you. Please tell me that's a lie.
It's not a lie, Cam. Surely you must have noticed how different the two of you are, right? Of course, maybe not, since you were the one to raise him. I guess that means that he might resemble you more in places than I initially thought he would. But you have to admit that he looks nothing like you.
He is my son. James is my son. I know it.
I'm telling you that he's really not your son. You two aren't even bonded by blood, so you're not family. So if we got a divorce, he wouldn't be staying with you. Now, can we please just make this quick and get divorced so that I can move on with my life? I mean, I've already explained to James as well about how you and him aren't actually related.
You mean that even James knows about this?
Of course he does. I would say that something like this is pretty important, wouldn't you? Now please, just hurry up and say that you'll divorce me. I just want to be free of you, and I don't see why you have to drag this out. Let me go and raise my son the way that I want him to be raised. Cameron, what is the matter with you? Have you really still not signed the divorce papers that I gave you?
Oh, I signed them already, but you should know that James is going to be coming to live with me.
What are you talking about? How many times are you going to make me explain to you that James is not your son? You can say all you want, but the fact is that I already have plans to get married to someone new, and that person is James's real father. So I would appreciate it if you could butt out of family matters that don't concern you one bit.
Except they do concern me because I am James' father. Don't you get it?
How? In what possible way are you James's father? You two don't share any DNA at all. Don't you get that? You're nothing to him, and you're nothing to me now, too. Or at least you would be if you would just turn in those divorce papers. I know that you're sad to be losing the child that you've raised for so many years, but don't you think it's better for him to be with his real family?
I don't know what you're talking about, but all I do know is that I am no child of yours.
What in the world are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. I'm not calling you my child, Cameron.
It's me, Mom. It's James.
Wait, James? Is that really you? Where have you been? I've been trying to get a hold of you, and you've been ignoring all my calls and texts. But you kept telling me that you wanted to go and live with your real dad, so please just come home to me soon, and so we can do that.
No, Mom. I'm already with my real dad right now. I don't want to go live with some stranger.
He's not a stranger, son. He's your real father. You two have the same blood in your veins. You don't belong with Cameron. You belong with your dad.
I'm telling you that I'm already with my dad, and I plan to stay right here with him. Why do you think that I'd even want to live with you after all the time that you spent outside of the house? I barely even see you, and now you want to pretend to be my mother?
What do you mean? Why are you talking to me like this? You don't even have a say in this. You're still a minor.
So what? What difference does that make at all?
It means that this is something for grown-ups to decide amongst themselves and not for little brats to interfere with.
Well, you should know that on the divorce papers, you left the space open for Dad to claim custody of me.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? He can't take you from me. That isn't fair.
You're the one trying to take me away from my real dad and away from my real home. I'm sorry that I'm not just going along with this plan of yours to run back to whoever you slept with to have me. But I'll have you know that Dad talked to Child Protective Services and told them everything.
He told the government everything?
That's right. And I had told him all that you told me before he did that. Like about how you were trying to force me to live with my biological father, or how you cheated with him to have me.
But why would you do that? Why would you tell someone all of my secrets like that?
Why? Because I wasn't going to just let you get away with trying to tear apart our family like this. And if you try to make me live with you and that man, then I will just run away. I'm already 14. You know that it won't be that much longer until I'm legally an adult.
James, please. I think that you're just being a little unreasonable now. I mean, think about your school, your future. You don't want any kind of legal trouble from running away on your record before going to college, right?
Who cares what my future will be if you're gonna ruin my life in the present? If I have to go and live with you, I know that I'll probably never go to college.
Are you telling me that you really want to be with your dad so badly? Just what is it that makes him so great anyways? Don't you realize that your real father owns his own company? You would take it over when he steps down.
That's what this is all about, isn't it? Does this guy even like you? Or is he just so desperate for his own flesh and blood to take over his company that he'll take in a kid that he's never met before?
James, you stop this right now. I am not going to let you just throw away this opportunity like a spoiled child. You are going to come with me, got it? Cameron, are you there? We should talk.
I've told you 1,000 times already that you're not going to be changing my mind, Paula. I'm going to respect James' wishes and let him stay living here with me. If you want to take this to court, that's fine, but just know that James will speak about who he wants to go with. And I really don't think that any judge is going to force him to live with you when he clearly says he wants otherwise.
No, this isn't about James at all.
Well, then what could you possibly be bothering me about this time? Because we've already settled splitting up our assets.
It's not that either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything that I've put you through up until now. I realize what an idiot I've been, and I never should have been so cruel to you. I just want to let you know that I deeply regret my actions.
I see. Well, that's nice of you to say and all, but we're already divorced. So while I appreciate the apology, I don't really think there's much for me to say back.
I've been thinking about all the happy memories that you and I have together. You've always been so kind and understanding, and I don't think I ever really stopped to appreciate just how great you really are.
You know, I think it's a little strange that you're saying all of this now.
Well, I only say it because I want to get back together with you, Cam. I know that I'm awful, but I hope that you can forgive me. I was just so convinced that James would be better with his biological father that I just let everything else blind me until we were divorced.
Right. But the point is that we did get divorced. And I hear that things didn't really work out between you and that man. That's really why you want to come back to me, isn't it?
It's not like that, I swear.
Except it is like that. I mean, I literally sued you and him for your affair. And even though he was grumbling all the time about having to pay, he said that you fooled him. He honestly really didn't even seem to like you all that much.
Did he really say that about me?
I mean, he said a lot worse, to be honest. But he also said that the moment you got James to go and live with him, that he planned to get rid of you.
You're kidding me. I knew that he was upset that I was the only woman who had a son from him, but I didn't think that he disliked me that much. I told him that I'd always be there to look after James while he concentrated on his work.
But the whole thing kind of fell apart if James wasn't even in the picture to begin with, right? And so if you couldn't get James, then you weren't going to get married to this guy.
What have I done? Oh, I've been such a fool.
Honestly, at this point, I would be focused less on the past and more worried about what you're going to do in the future.
I'm so sorry for everything, Cameron. I'm just so sorry.
You can say that all you want, but it's not going to change anything between us.
But why not? I thought you said that you didn't want to get divorced from me. You said you wanted to keep living with me.
That was before I knew what I know now. You cheated on me and you made me think James was my flesh and blood. And then after all that, you tried to steal him away from me anyways. You're just cold-hearted and cruel, and I will never forgive you. In fact, James and I want nothing to do with you ever again, do you understand me? So leave us alone and go live your own life.
Please don't say that to me, Cameron. You have to know how sorry I am for everything. I'm sure that we can still work something out if we try.
There's nothing to work out, Paula. Goodbye. After that, Paula kept texting me and calling me, and in the end, James and I agreed to block her on every medium possible. We even sold our house and moved into a condo further in the city. I made sure that Paula wouldn't know our new address unless someone leaked it to her. As for James, he finished his classes with good grades and is ready to start high school next year. I was so worried that this would throw him off and really ruin his life, but I'm so proud of what a resilient young man he's turning out to be. As for Paula, I really have no idea what she's been up to. I heard that she left town with what money she could scrape together, and that no one has heard from her since.
Hey Tina, are you there? I was just curious if you had any ideas at all what we should get Mary for Christmas. It's just that the holidays are coming up and we had better get something before the rush begins.
What do you mean? You do know that it's already December, don't you? We've got to work fast. I'm sure I could always just ask her what it is that she wants, though. Do you think that would work?
You mean you're going to ask her directly?
I don't know. Do you think that's a bad idea? What's a good way to go about doing this then?
Well, I just think it might be a little... look, Mary is still young. Why don't we ask her to write a letter to Santa?
Are you serious? I really don't think that I should have to go and ask her something as silly as that. But I can just tell her to tell me what to tell Santa.
Oh, come on. Where is your inner child? Didn't you always write a letter to Santa when you were little?
I did, but let's just remember that our daughter is only 3 years old and that she's barely going to remember anything that we do for her anyway.
She might not remember every little thing that we do for her. But yeah, sure. If you think that it's best, just ask her directly. Then you should go ahead and do that, I guess.
Well, that's what I was going to do anyways, so what do you think about that? Although, you do know that it's around this age that girls tend to start wanting different things. So I think that she might have some trouble actually picking what it is that she'll want for Christmas.
Well, how about you ask her what her top 3 choices are, and that's what we'll get her.
You're going to get Mary 3 presents? Don't you think that's going just a little bit overboard?
I don't think so, really. Besides, compared to the kind of gifts that I give you, I doubt they'll even cost that much. She'll probably just ask for some stuffed animal and a movie or something.
Oh, to be a child again. She doesn't know how good she has it. When she's an adult like me, Christmas will be the only time she'll be able to make someone buy her something nice.
If anything, you're the person I'm worried about the most when I go shopping. I know how you get when I buy the wrong thing.
You know, I do have to say that I really am impressed, though. I feel like you're always so bad about staying on top of the holidays. I can't remember the last time you brought up presents without my prodding. Then again, I suppose you might have learned your lesson after all the running around doing last-minute shopping last year?
Well, actually, I was getting ready to go out one morning when Mary came up to me, talking about Santa visiting our house. So she was actually the one who reminded me that it might be time to start thinking about these things.
Sorry, she said that Santa had been coming to our house?
Well, the really funny thing is that I was actually looking for my razor, and she said that Santa used it.
Wait, what? I don't like this at all. You think this is funny? I think that's downright scary.
What do you mean? What's scary about it? It just sounds like a little girl with an active imagination to me.
I don't know. You know what they say, right? That some children can see things that other people can't?
I really don't think that a ghost is going to have any use for a razor, Tina.
Well, how would you even know that? And did you ever even find your razor?
Yeah, I did actually. It was in a different place from where I normally put my shaving stuff, though. I don't know. Maybe Mary was just playing with her imagination and moved some things around.
I guess so. Actually, now that you say that, I did think the sink area was looking just a bit messy, so I cleaned up in the bathroom.
Wow. I mean, it really does make you wonder about how it was like to be a child. To live in a world so full of wonder. I mean, I guess that we were all children once.
Exactly, so I really don't think it's worth seeing Mary as special at all. I'm pretty sure that every little kid on Earth has played with their imagination before.
I guess, but it's just so funny seeing what she gets up to. It makes every single day just that much different than the last. And I guess it just makes me think back when I was a little kid.
Well, yeah, but doesn't that only make sense for an adult to look at a little kid and think back to when they were younger? Except I know plenty of people who don't think about their childhood at all. You know, I don't even remember the name of most of the people I went to school with.
I guess there really are all kinds of people in this world then, aren't there? Or maybe you just didn't know anyone who was really able to leave an impression on you when you were little. But I have plenty of vivid memories from being little, mostly just really happy or sad times though.
Well, what is even the point in remembering the sad times? I already have enough negative memories and I don't need any more.
I mean, I guess that might be what some people call trauma, but...
Are you talking about the times that you got lost as a child? You know, you wouldn't have gotten lost if you weren't running around all the time to begin with, right?
I don't really remember exactly what I was doing while I was running around, to be fair.
Oh, I see. So you only forgot the parts that made you look bad then, is that right? Well, anyways, Mary is probably going to be waking up from her nap soon.
Got it. Well, after she gets up, just remember to ask her what she wants for Christmas, and I'll try and pick it up on the way home. Hey Tina, are you there? I'm sorry, but I have to let you know I'm going to be a little late coming home.
Wait, what? What do you mean? I've already made dinner and everything. Why are you just telling me this now? I thought I told you to tell me when you would be coming home late. Do you have any idea the kinds of things that I'm keeping track of while I go about my day, Chris?
I really am sorry. I didn't think I was going to be staying late at all, but my boss is calling me in for some emergency. Some of my team was supposed to be taking care of this, but... anyways, this should wrap up by tonight. So surely you must feel at least a little bit sorry for me, right?
Sorry for you? Don't you know that I'm the one that's been running around trying to get everything ready for you to come home?
Okay, it was just a joke. Jeez, but look, I had a lot of guys at the company put in a lot of extra hours to show me how to do my job. So now I'm just paying the gesture forward to the rest of my team.
Yeah, whatever excuse you need to feel good about. But don't think that I'm going to stay up waiting for you to come home. So just make sure that you're quiet when you come back here. Do you understand me?
Yeah, of course, Tina. I really am sorry about this, you know? By the way, I've been meaning to talk to you about Mary. Do you think she's been acting strange lately?
Strange? What do you mean by that? Strange how? She seems pretty normal to me.
I guess, I don't know. I just feel like she's been acting slightly off lately. And she's always talking about how tired she is now. I'm not sure she's getting enough sleep.
Oh, come on. You know Mary. She loves a good nap and could go to sleep at any time, anywhere. She's like a cat that way.
I mean, she does like to nap, but even when I try to speak to her, it's like she can't even put words together. She's so tired. And last night, she literally fell asleep at the dinner table and spilled some food, remember?
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. I think that at her age, it's perfectly normal to be falling asleep in the middle of eating. Besides, she didn't even make that big of a mess, so I don't see why we're even talking about this.
Are you really sure that you don't see anything off? Is this just all in my head?
Honestly, yes, it sounds like you're imagining all of this. I look at Mary and I see the same little girl that she's always been.
Maybe I don't notice how she is all the time, because I'm not with her at home like you. But she was talking to me about Santa Claus again.
No. We are not going to be having this discussion. I thought I told you that I didn't like creepy stories like this.
I don't really think it's creepy at all, though. I was just wondering why Mary is talking about Santa of all people. I just wonder if she thinks that she's going to see him this Christmas or something. But even so, she's been talking about this for a while, and we're still not even that close to Christmas.
Well, maybe she's just getting the idea in her head from all the decorations that are up around this time. You know, you can't go into a single store without all the tinsel and ornaments. And they start putting things up earlier every single year, I swear. It's obviously what's affecting our daughter.
But she was saying that Santa comes to our house. Santa only comes once a year.
Well, maybe she's just been watching videos of Santa on her tablet or something, and that's where she's getting this idea from. I'm sure that it's just her way of telling you that she's excited for the holidays.
Well, as long as Mary is looking forward to it that much, then I guess that it's a good thing. But I am still worried about her and if she's getting enough rest. I think that it might be a good idea for me to take her to see a doctor.
You're going to take her to a doctor? For what? Don't you think you're blowing this out of proportion? I'm here with her, so it'll be fine.
I guess, but what's wrong with taking her to see a doctor if I think that something is wrong? Isn't that what we have insurance for? I mean...
Look, I'm telling you that I have been with her this whole time, and I really don't think that anything is wrong at all. I mean, I'm practically with her every single hour of the day, so don't you think that I might know a little more about this? Anyway, how are things going with you finding the presents that Mary asked for?
I have been going to every single toy store that I can think of for the past week. And I still haven't been able to find the things that you said that Mary was asking for.
Well, if you haven't found anything and don't think you're going to be, then maybe we should order it online. I know it might be more expensive, but...
No, I think you're right about that, and it might be the only way at this point.
And don't forget about getting a present for me too, okay?
Oh yes, of course. I would never forget about your present.
Excellent. Well, good luck with the rest of your work. I'll leave dinner in the fridge for you.
Tina, are you there? Please, I need you to pick up the phone right now. It's serious.
Chris, what are you talking about? What is this all about? I can't pick up the phone right now. In case you didn't know, Mary's having a little nap right now, and I don't plan on waking her up. If you have something to tell me, then text it to me.
Okay then, can you please tell the guy in the red sitting next to you to quit making so many weird sounds?
Seriously, what are you even talking about?
I mean that you're with Santa right now, aren't you, Tina?
Now, hold on just one second. I thought I told you that I didn't like these creepy stories of yours, and I wanted you to stop telling them to me.
You know, I thought that this might have all just been in our daughter's head or something, but the truth is much more scary. Besides, this isn't a fairy tale or horror story or anything. This is real life.
You're not making any sense at all.
It really amazes me how you can just send me such bold-faced lies as if I don't already know the truth.
But this doesn't make any sense. How? I mean...
How did I figure out the truth? Well, you should know that I've been watching you for some time now, Tina.
What does that even mean? What do you mean you've been watching me? How could that be? Have you been hiding in the house or something?
No, nothing like that. I just installed cameras inside our house, that's all.
You had cameras installed inside of our house so that you could watch me?
That's right. They were little security cameras designed to be hidden from view. I actually bought them while I was out toy shopping for Mary. And I am sorry to have done this without telling you, but Mary wouldn't stop talking about Santa visiting our house, and I needed to know the truth. So I set them up, and I waited to see what would show up on them.
So then you bugged our house just so you could watch me?
Ever since Mary started talking about Santa, I had the feeling that something was up with her. Especially since it didn't seem like Mary was excited about Santa. It was more like she was scared. I thought she might have seen something scary or was just freaking herself out or something. Either way, I wanted to get to the bottom of it. But I never would have expected that I would have ended up seeing you bring a strange man into our home while I was away at work. But I guess that's who this Santa really was this whole time, huh?
No, wait, you don't understand. We had a bug problem in our house, and I only called that man over so he could take care of them.
Are you sure? Because that's not what the cameras are showing me at all. After all, why were you being so physical and intimate with the exterminator? Was it all part of his process or something?
No, you don't get it. It isn't like that. Please, I'm so sorry.
You keep on saying that I don't get it, but you're not giving me anything else that I could be me. But I'm already standing outside the house right now, so if your man tries to escape, he will be caught. Hey Tina, I just wanted to let you know that I'll be coming back home this Saturday.
Chris, I was waiting and wondering when I was going to hear from you again. I tried calling you and sending messages, but you weren't picking up. Please, can't we just talk this out like adults?
Why do you think that it is I'm coming home? So that we can talk this out.
But are you going to be bringing Mary back when you do come here?
No, I'm not, quite frankly. I don't think that she wants to go back either. Besides, I'm not going home. Going home. I am going to the house. Going home.
Please, I haven't seen my daughter for a week now. How long are you going to keep this up?
Well, thankfully, you don't have anything to worry about at all. Our daughter is safe and sound with my parents.
Well, that can't be right. I know that she wants to come back home and be with her mom. How can you do this to your own daughter?
Actually, this is probably the happiest and healthiest that I've seen our daughter in some time now. After all, I had no idea that you had been force-feeding our little girl sleeping pills.
Please, I really am sorry about that, but you have to understand that I was only doing that to protect her from what she might have seen or heard.
So you drugged our child so that you wouldn't be caught in your affair. What in the world makes you think that that would ever be a good idea? She's only 3 years old.
But, well, you told me that she started talking to you about Santa Claus, and well, that's when I figured that I had to do something about this.
And your solution to your daughter catching on to your affair was to drug her? Honestly, I'm not sure what would have been worse, if you had just hid her or locked her away somewhere, or if you did this. Either way, you're a terrible mother and a terrible person.
But you have to understand that I was really only doing this for her sake. I gave her the lowest dose that was available as well. But I guess that's why sometimes she would still end up waking up and not sleep all the way through.
And I guess that you must have given her even more pills than usual on the day that I confronted you about this. She wouldn't wake up for so long. I was getting so scared for her.
But you ended up taking her to the doctor and they said that she should be fine, right?
That's right. They said that she probably would be okay. But seeing her sleeping face, shaking her when she wouldn't wake up, I could barely even feel her pulse by the time we did get her to the emergency room. How could you do this to your own daughter? What's the matter with you?
Please, you have to forgive me, Chris. I never wanted any of this to happen at all. That really was going to be the last time that I saw that man ever again.
And that's why I should just forgive you for what you did?
I'm not asking you to forgive me, but I just don't want to lose you both from my life. I know that it was stupid of me to cheat, but I'm hoping that you can be the bigger person here and find it in your heart to forgive me.
You have seriously got some nerve asking that of me. Do you know that? Especially after you put our daughter through to do this? No, you and I are getting a divorce, and that is final. Not only that, but I'm taking Mary with me.
No, not a divorce, please, not that. I'm begging you. I promise you that this will never ever happen again. I'll never hurt either of you again.
Oh, trust me, that's kind of the whole point of the divorce. But I'm going to make sure that you can never selfishly put our daughter in danger like that ever again.
So then you're really just going to leave me and break apart our family over one little mistake?
One mistake? Is that what you think this is? This wasn't just one mistake. You had repeated contacts with this guy. You repeatedly drugged our daughter. You repeatedly lied to me about what you were doing. This is all so much more than just one thing, and this is why I'm not going to do my duty as a father and protect Mary from ever getting hurt by you again. Have a nice life, Tina. After that, I began the divorce process with Tina and was able to get custody of Mary without any issues. The judge really didn't take any time in making up her mind when she read the report from the hospital showing that Tina had been drugging Mary. In addition to the divorce, I was able to sue Tina and her other man for the affair, and I used the money to move Mary and myself closer to my parents. It turns out that Mary thought that she had seen Santa because that guy really liked to dress in red, and in Mary's drug-fatigued state, her mind turned his form into Santa. Or maybe she asked Tina, and she told her it was Santa. I'm not sure we'll ever know the truth. But what I do know is that I have my daughter with me. She's safe and sound with my parents, and I won't let anything happen to her if I can help it. Of course, if she wants to reconnect with her mom in the future, that's her choice. Either way, I'll always be there for her. And when she is grown up, maybe that's all I'll ever really be able to do. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.